You've got mail?
Yeah. And that scene with her and the guy from like Stuck on You.
Greg Kinnear?
I was hoping you would remember his name.
Yeah, it's Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon, one of the two.
Check it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh shit! What the fuck? Why is my speaker not working?
Yeah, I mean, I can hear you. Jason, I can't hear you either. I can hear him. What's going on?
I couldn't hear you. For some reason, my speaker selection switched.
I can't hear you.
You can't?
No.
What? Dumb, so dumb. Oh shit.
Welcome back, everybody, to B&B Banter Bros Goes to the Movies. I am Timothy Bennett, your host of tonight, and with me is Aram Cripple Banyan and Jason Sunburnt Chandler. Actually, you're not that bad right now.
I'm peeling. I'm going into more of a tan. And hey, everybody, what the fuck's going on? Tim, how are you?
I'm a little tired. Of your beauty ass. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm doing all right. I just had to chop down a tree branch.
I like that you had to add the branch like after a breath. Like chop down a tree.
Did he use a handsaw or just fucking
Tim karate chop
peel it apart? Yeah, karate Johnny Bravo that shit.
And it just went
listening to Elvis Presley, just
all the bark and everything.
Quick,
I've got a naked tree.
Naked tree.
No, I don't know. It's been pretty windy the past couple of days, so I'm assuming that one of the heavier branches, like at the end,
snapped.
And shit just kind of fell off. Because it was a good sized branch, but I have a little like hand mini branch trimmer, so I just used that. So I got it. That's all that mattered. Now I can't mow my lawn.
If it would have been me, and I'd just been out there with that tool, I'd just been like, son of a bitch the whole time.
Oh, I got stuck a couple times.
I bet.
I had to have Kaylee, who's pregnant, lift the branch a little bit so I can unwedge it. It took my chain off.
Did you need a ladder?
No. I'm 6'1". I have a large reach.
I always need at least a step stool.
I don't do yard work.
That's true.
For anything, obviously living in an apartment. So.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons why I like living in an apartment. I don't have to fucking worry about yard work.
All right.
Tim, what the fuck are we talking about today?
We are going to be talking about the apocalypse. Oh, sorry, no.
That was
Ant-Man
last
and Wasp.
Yeah.
The sequel to Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Hence the Wasp.
Couldn't just have it be Ant-Man again.
It could have just been Ant-Man again.
That would have been the best way to like name this movie, honestly. Just Ant-Man again.
Again. I think that would have been more appropriate.
Right?
Because let's be real, we didn't really get a lot of like the Wasp team up. I mean, we did, but it was
a lot of.
But every time we did, they made sure to say it to us, like, we're back at it again, or some shit.
It was always like, oh, remember you taught me that move,
or like the adorable daughter would be like, I wanted to be his partner in crime, but he chose you. It's like, all right,
right. Oh, she won't let me. Who are you talking about? Me. She's so disappointed. All right, we're talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp. Yeah. So, let's get into the details. Ant-Man and the Wasp, 2018, PG-13, hour and 58 minutes. Thank goodness.
It went by pretty fast, though.
It did.
I thought
Although
it had fast pace.
I feel like on Netflix or not or whatever the Disney Plus, it said like 2 hours and 20 minutes, but that. I don't know.
Yeah, I watched it on Vudu.
Oh, okay.
So I don't even know why I said that. I didn't even look at the fucking running time. So I'm
trying to
back
promote
to you,
his own
Tim.
fucking streaming service.
Fuck you guys. I do what I
right.
want.
Streaming
I'm a
wars.
rebel.
I drink Paps. I'm a hipster.
I got the mutton chops.
Synopsis. The synopsis
The synopsis.
is
100 proof.
as Scott Lang balances being both a superhero and let's be real, he's not a fucking superhero.
He wasn't even
barely-
balancing anything.
No, he really was. He was. Yeah. Well, anyway,
He's balancing
And,
house
This
arrest.
synopsis is horseshit already.
Superhero and a father. That's what he's balancing. I didn't finish before we started criticizing. He's balancing out being a superhero and a father, which is
Yeah.
not being either. He's just being a dude in house arrest, breaking all the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Hope
I mean, he
Van
hangs out with his
Dyne.
kid the one time.
In the beginning, yeah. It's adorable. But yeah.
Hope Van. Was it Dyne? Dean?
Van Dyne.
Dyne?
Van
Van
Yeah.
Dyne. Yeah.
And Dr. Hank Pym presents an urgent new mission that finds the Ant-Man fighting alongside the Wasp to uncover secrets from their past.
I'll agree with the word urgent. Everything is very urgent in this film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like the
Everything
last-
else is,
We've got a time frame. We've got a time
Everything
frame.
else was forced. It was just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
hey, look at where we're at.
But
We're
just
next
like
to
the
each
first
other.
one, the first Ant-Man, everything just happens to happen. So
Yeah.
yeah, this should have been Ant-Man again.
We did get some. We got a couple new characters, which were pretty cool. We got
Oh, yeah.
Wilton Goggins, which is a
Yeah.
Bill?
great actor. We've talked about him before.
Oh,
He was in
oh.
Fat Man. He was the
Yep.
assassin in Fat Man.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was so good.
and he's
We got
in Vice
Hannah
President
John Kamen.
Principals.
Who? Sorry.
Hannah John Kamen. I think
She
is
must play
her name.
Ghost.
She played
Or-
Ghost. Yep.
The lady from Tomb Raider, or she played in the newest Tomb Raider.
Did she? Yeah, she played
I
Laura
haven't
Croft
seen it,
in the
so I don't know.
latest.
It's on
Tomb Raider.
Vudu. Check it out. It's all right.
All right. Take your word for it.
And then
Damn it! Now
we-
I'm nervous.
Yeah. Then we got Lawrence Fishburne. So
Yeah.
he's kind of a nice little touch too.
I have thoughts on him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like as a person. It's
No,
'cause he's
as
black.
his no, it's his character and like his use in this
Okay.
movie. I have opinions on.
Yeah. We'll get into that.
We'll get to that in a bit. Yeah.
The director was Peyton Reed, the guy who did the original Ant-Man, and he also did Bring It On and
Oof.
Yes Man, and that's really, as far
really?
as I want to go.
That at least
That's why this movie, the comedy, was landing.
I would say
pretty-
yeah. This at
Yeah.
least makes sense. The comedy makes sense in this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of all the Marvel movies, this is the comedy.
Yes,
What?
like blatant comedy.
This is a blatant comedy.
Like they barely have any of the real
The
drama.
The
or
stakes
anything.
for either of these movies have never been that high.
They threw so much shit at the fucking wall of stakes. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, Sonny and Lawrence Fishburne. Sonny's the character that you guys were just talking about. But yeah, there's so many villains and like there's trifecta going on. And it's just kind of like, it's
Yeah.
overwhelming.
Yeah. The stakes are mediocre at best. I
it's-
mean,
Yeah, there you go.
in both movies, like the first one too, like the stakes weren't that high.
Yeah,
No.
they're really setting him up to just be a background character
Comedic relief at best.
at best.
And he's working on the comedy. He had,
I mean, nothing
smiling
against
or
Paul
laughing
Rudd.
out loud. Yeah.
No, I mean
Nothing
Paul Rudd.
against
I mean,
Paul
is
Rudd.
definitely a great comedic actor, and I mean, so he
he's good
fits
for
that
the part.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely works for the part. It's just the movie as a whole and the character as a whole. Yep.
And I mean, honestly, like Ant-Man's not that comedic a character in the comics, right? Like he's actually a pretty
I
serious
don't
guy
really
in the
know.
comics.
I don't know much about it.
I
Stephen
personally don't either.
I think Stephen Lang might be a little more comedic. I think he might be a smart ass kind of snarky kind of guy.
Okay.
But obviously Hank Pym is not.
Right. Okay.
Right.
But the
Back to
budget.
the info.
Man,
Yeah.
162. Estimated 162 million. That's
That's low.
pretty low, but was it higher than the last one? Or lower?
Shit, that's the fuck.
Yeah, hold on.
Because-
Check.
I feel like it was lower. I thought like Ant-Man, the first one was like 100. Oh no, maybe
80?
that was 150.
Oh.
That sounds more accurate. I don't know, but I thought it was 180. Yeah,
Well,
180.
yeah, they had to spend a little extra to make me dizzy from fucking watching Ghost. Jesus
man.
Christ.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Like, if I had epilepsy, I would have had a seizure.
For sure. Oh,
Uh,
budget for the first Ant-Man was 130,000 or million.
There it is.
Oh my God.
130,000.
So,
130 million. So yeah, they
Yeah.
upped the ante, but
yeah.
not by much.
Shrinking
No,
a building
not much.
and paying Lawrence Fishburne. And
Well, we've established that fucking
Michelle
CGI
Pfeiffer.
is easy to fucking work with.
Has to be.
yeah.
Opening weekend domestically, it did 75 million, 75 and some change.
That's not nothing.
That's not nothing, but that's
Coming off
not
of
very great.
Infinity Wars, too. So,
And Black Panther.
Yeah, you ain't gonna beat any. Yeah, that ain't.
Yeah,
gonna
either of those two just smoked this fucking movie. But yeah, I don't think they were aiming to either.
They probably did that intentional, going, "Hey, we just came up with this big blockbuster. It did phenomenal. We need something that's not going to
They
do
need-
great, so we can build back up."
They needed a buffer.
Yep, they needed a
and
buffer.
I remember everybody being weirded out or confused or disappointed because you get the Thanos snap, and then all of a sudden we get this movie where it's kind of aligned, with
Yeah, it's concurrent almost.
exactly. So
Yeah.
people were expecting a follow up to the the ad.
Well, yeah, because unless you watch the,
but we didn't get that.
once you watch the post credit scene, you don't
Yeah.
understand why
Yep.
Scott's in the quantum realm
Which I
during
think
the
is
snap.
yeah. So I just remember the internet.
That's why
being-
those end credit scenes are important.
Yeah,
yeah.
and
well,
you know
I
what?
think it's smart. I think it's smart.
I think it's smart, but at the same time, like it seemed to me like putting such a big plot point for Endgame in a post credit scene was a little bit odd to me. But I mean,
Yeah.
at the same time, like I get it.
A last
But it makes it
minute
just-
important in
Yeah, because
in this
you wonder
filler.
if they were just
This movie's a filler. Sorry.
Yeah, it's true.
Gross domestically was 216 million. So it got its money back eventually,
Yeah,
almost doubled.
Yeah, no one's rewatching this one twice in the theater.
no shit, right?
I watched it once, and that was the last time I watched it.
I think
so-
I did too, just because I liked Infinity War so much.
Yeah. Worldwide gross 622 million.
There you go. That's
Yeah,
not done.
That's
not
that's
nothing.
pretty good worldwide. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not bad.
Decent chunk
So
of change.
apparently,
for sure.
Paul Rudd is big in other countries. Not that he's not big here, but he's really big in other countries.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Like,
that
probably-
does.
I don't know, Japan. They're always getting those weird ones. Their obsessions are weird.
Shit. Fred
So-
Durst has been famous overseas for the last 10 years, so yeah.
Yeah, and he's a piece of shit. So
Yeah, you know, he looks like a piece of shit too.
Yeah,
So, gentlemen-
They don't look at him, they only look at the red hat. All right, back to you.
a DC hat that he's worn for the
I
past
mean,
20 years.
Yeah.
Does he still wear that? I thought he was wearing
I
like
don't
a bucket
fucking
hat or
know.
something now.
He should have been sued.
I don't know.
You're making us look bad. I don't know. Actually, that's not
Shit,
fair.
right?
In the late 90s and early 2000s, he probably made DC look cool. So
Oh, for sure. Rob Dyrdek probably just rolling in money at that point.
Yeah, he had a skater look to him, but never
Fred Durst
skateboarded.
still wearing my shirts. Whoa!
All right, Tim.
did you like it?
I liked it better than the first one.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the first one, but at the same time, it's meh.
Yeah.
What were you saying off screen, though? You were telling me and Jason
Oh,
that
God.
you
what
remember
I
being
forgot.
more disappointed than even the first one.
Oh. I don't know if I was more disappointed or just as disappointed with it as I was with the first one. I get what they're doing as a like I say, because it's a straight up comedy, and I get that, and I get the caper sort of feel to it, because that's what both of them. They're capers. I don't know, just
And this one had a little bit of a follow up to the emotional setup from the first one. The whole "I miss my mom" thing, and
right.
So
even that
the-
had
they-
very little payoff.
Yeah.
me.
Oh, absolutely. Like when I say it's better, it's barely better.
Yeah.
Well, and what we mean by, because I agree, it's basically just a comedy, is because there wasn't any true dramatic beats and there weren't any emotional
Right.
connections that really led you to go, ooh, let's take a pause. None of that really connected. And honestly,
No.
I don't think they tried. I don't think they tried to actually make you
No.
feel anything. I think
Which
they were
I
just trying to
like
point it out.
Because I feel like they tried in the first one and they just missed the
And it
landing
failed.
so many times. So I appreciated them half-assing
Just
it
kinda
this
skipping
this
over
time
it.
around. Yeah.
This one was very much like he's a dad,
Yep.
and we got Michelle Pfeiffer to play the mom.
Right.
Yep.
Michael
Cool.
Douglas did want Catherine Zeta-Jones to play that role,
Oh,
but
I want my hot younger wife to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
in this movie.
but
No, I
the
think
director,
Michelle Pfeiffer was better.
Yeah,
I
I would
could-
have to. Yeah,
I think she
Look-
has a better
She looks age
appearance.
appropriate at least.
right.
And she's a better actress.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean that's kind of a given.
But yeah,
Yeah,
she's
the
aging
director
very
wasn't
well,
having
too.
that. Yeah.
I liked it better than the first one.
For sure.
But that's not
Very-
really hard. I mean,
Yeah,
I
I was gonna say,
enjoy them both. They were fun, and I enjoy them, and I took them
They
for
are.
that.
They are definitely fun movies. Yes,
Yeah, you're not
And
gonna
if-
get any like.
Thank
any
you, Paul
real
Rudd,
meat from
from-
it. Yeah.
for making them fun.
Yeah, but I will say I enjoyed this story, this one a lot more.
Yeah.
Now saying that though,
Even though it's a little convoluted, but
there were just a lot of things that I go, really. Ew.
I feel like this story, and Tim and I have had this conversation last week after we went and saw the newest movie. I feel like this is another one that they may have mishandled. Like, if they're going to do something that should have had the emotional stakes that this one should have had, there shouldn't have been as much comedy to it.
I think that this movie, all their primary purpose of this film was to have something entertaining and fun,
Yeah.
because it has to be like that for the movie, for the people to
Yeah.
enjoy it. But their whole purpose was just to introduce the quantum realm
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the later
That's fair.
occurrence.
That's
And
fair.
that's it. That's all this purpose of
because
this
Michelle
film was.
Pfeiffer's character plays no part. Like she's
Not
not,
really,
a
no.
big character at all.
Oh, and
Other than
they're
introducing
fucking-
the quantum realm to a
Yep.
more of a
Absolutely.
thorough.
So you
explanation.
understand it when it comes to play in the next two movies.
Well, yeah, the weird shit that she does to Ghost after she gets out of the quantum realm. and,
Yeah.
like,
The
they're
fuck
like,
was
oh, did
that?
you know she could do that? No,
And
I
they
didn't.
don't even
And no one
explain
explains
it.
You
She
don't
does-
fucking know what she does either.
The one thing that came to my mind that goes, because my first thought is, how the fuck can she do that? How does she know she can do that? Why
Mm-hmm.
can she do that? But the first thing that came to my mind is quantum radiation.
Well, that's all well and good. Like,
That's all I can think of. Quantum radiation.
I mean,
because they're talking about energy. And if that energy
yeah.
and she's stuck in there, she's got to be for
Oh,
how
yeah, it's
long.
going to affect your molecules and stuff at a subatomic level.
The only
Like, Don,
explanation for
smart.
this new superpower, like Rhea in the Star Wars when she fucking heals some kind of worm or something. But the only explanation is this fucking her
The
new
Force.
power is basically she all she says is I'm not the woman you used to know.
Yeah.
That's all she says.
Yeah,
about
and that's
that.
where I think
I'm not
it's
the
because
woman I was.
Because
Go
she
fuck
does
yourself.
that when Michael Douglas grabs her in the quantum realm. She does that for 1 second.
And that's
Yeah,
why
she
my
does something,
mind
yeah.
went to quantum radiation. Because
Yeah,
they're talking
well-
about quantum energy
Yeah.
as a power source of some sort. Well, if there's that type of energy and it's all around, and that's pure, untouched, untapped energy, and
Yeah.
she spent 30 years in there,
yeah,
she's going to be
gonna
mutated in some
absorb,
shape or form.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
No matter
thanks,
what,
Tim,
so-
for explaining that more than the movie did.
Exactly. But that's my point. Is this is
Yeah.
where my mind went to, okay, that makes sense. Radiation
Yeah.
poisoning.
I
And now she's
kinda
immune.
I have a theory that maybe the lecture that Lawrence Fishburne is giving and the first time you see him
Yeah.
may have been the explanation for why she can do that. And I just
Oh.
missed it. I'd have to go back and watch again, but I'm not going to.
Well,
I got distracted by Michael Douglas looking all weird, trying to hide in sunglasses and a hat.
And then, well, what's his name? Bill Foster. That's his name.
Yeah.
And him just like railing into him saying like, oh,
Calling him a piece
finally
of shit and
somebody
everything.
you were able to grow as big as your ego.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, shit like that. That was
Yeah.
great. I loved his fucking jabs. Just take this, take
Yeah.
that, take this, because they were so like cool and suave. He was just like, yeah, matter
His
of fact,
delivery was
it.
dope, but
Lawrence Fishburne
the
is
information
a great,
we already knew. Sorry.
Yeah.
Lawrence
Well,
Fishburne is
yeah.
a great actor, and I feel like he was severely misused in this movie.
I liked him
Yeah.
as the professor. I didn't like him as the scientist trying to help the fucking orphan.
Yeah.
That didn't last long.
The bit like in the office when they're all chatting and like he and Michael Douglas are trading barbs. I love that.
Right.
But after that, I was like, what are we doing? Like you
Right.
have Lawrence Fishburne in this movie, and you've turned him into this.
Right? If I wanted to see Oliver Twist, I would have watched Oliver Twist, not this.
Right.
So,
You
That's
know,
all it
yeah,
was.
this-
That's all it was a twist. He was like, "I'm evil." Wait, you're gonna threaten that child? You're more evil than me. Never mind, I'm not evil anymore.
right.
Yeah, and then
Could not figure out his character for whatever reason.
Nah.
it was
yeah.
very convoluted. It was, yeah, I agree.
For a
And
character
but I
that-
agree that he was
Yeah, just misused.
misused. Because I loved him as the professor part. It
Yeah.
totally worked. And I think he makes a great teacher looking person. I don't
It
know.
would have been great if they just
great
had
in it.
him be like the guy that like has to figure out what they need.
right.
Like instead of
And
that
then go
weird
fuck
bit
off?
where like instead of that weird bit where Paul Rudd tries to channel Michelle Pfeiffer, like I think
we're gonna-
that
or-
if you
I
have
had
Lawrence
questions.
Fishburne do that bit instead as Lawrence Fishburne or as his character, would have been much better.
Yeah. We'll save
like
this
that
for
bit.
just a second.
all right.
Yeah, that's
let's-
fine.
Yeah.
Let's bring up, since we're already talking about it, we've already dived into it. What did we not like the most about this? What are some of the scenes? What are some of the things, some of the plot holes, whatever it is, that you personally go, fuck that. That just did not work. Since we're diving into it already.
I mean, I gotta go with that whole scene where all of a sudden like Michelle Pfeiffer is taking over Paul Rudd's body and like overrides his mind. That whole scene was
Come on, you got to
terrible.
give it up to Rudd. He was
I'll give it to Rudd
It has
for like
nothing to
being
do
able
with
to do
Paul
that,
Rudd.
but it's the scene in and of
the
itself
acting, the
was terrible.
performance.
It had nothing to do with Paul Rudd.
It was
It had to
awkward.
do with that they pulled that shit out.
So maybe I was laughing because I was so awkward and like nervous for
I
the
was
scene.
I was made uncomfortable the way he
Yeah.
strokes
I
Michael
was-
Douglas's face.
yeah.
Like, and I'm not homophobic, but that was
And he
just like weird and
keeps
like
calling
very
her-
uncomfortable.
Calling her jelly bean and shit like that.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
he kept using
So-
pet names. And I was like,
hated it.
"Ugh."
That's a good point. Maybe I was giggling because I was uncomfortable.
Yeah, trying to cover up your awkwardness. But yeah,
Yeah.
I just thought it was again, if you had put Lawrence Fishburne in that spot and said he was the one that figured it out instead of like Michelle Pfeiffer getting like you could have gotten the coordinates from Paul Rudd being like, oh, like this is what she's like trying to tell me.
Right?
And had Lawrence Fishburne be like, oh, this is how you calculate it. This is what you do.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. I did not like that whole scene. I'm like, what? What the fuck is that?
mean,
Really?
That's really the only
That's
scene
what
in
they're
this
gonna
movie.
do? And
That's really the only scene like I could say I don't like it and I don't want
Yeah.
it in the movie.
Yep.
The rest of them I was
Yep.
actually fine with.
even
Yeah.
fucking let's go all ET on this bitch and touch her and heal her.
Yeah.
I was okay with that.
Yeah.
But it was
Yeah, I
that
let that go.
fucking Paul Rudd Freaky Friday shit that you don't like.
Yeah, it was just fucking. I mean, and I'm for switcheroos like that, but like body switching movies, like you have to be able to do it right, not just like do it for 5 seconds and then
it was a weird
goes
way
back
to.
out.
It was a weird way to try to get people to laugh and land some kind of emotional connection between the mother and daughter,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
the mother and family.
Yeah,
And,
and that's what it was. It
yeah,
was like it was trying to
yeah.
do too many things at once,
Yeah. I
which completely undercut the scene in and of itself.
yeah. And I don't and it was nothing to do with Paul Rudd. It was just the scene
No.
itself.
Yeah.
No,
It
everybody
was the
acted in
choice.
that scene is acted well.
Yeah.
It's the scene itself is the problem.
Because like you're saying, there's too many things at once. Like you're trying to be a serious moment, but you have fucking Paul Rudd, who's fucking hilarious, doing this, and it's just funny and awkward, and it's hard to take it sincere.
Right.
Even though it is sincere, it's just hard because it's fucking Paul Rudd.
Especially when he says that line like, "Oh, look at us, like 30 years apart, and we're fighting just like we used to,"
Yeah, we're squabbling
or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah, it was like, "What the
Oh,
fuck
and then
is
he's-
happening right now?"
Then he snaps out and he's like, oh, "What are we doing up here?" And he holds the hand. He's like, looks at him like, "What's this here?"
Right.
And that was
You
okay.
coulda-
I
You
like
could have even
that.
left that part in, like you're saying,
Yeah,
like, oh,
I
this
like
is what she's
that.
trying to tell him, like just have the hand thing. But yeah, I just think
thought that was fine.
whole,
Hold hands and. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree though, Aaron. That's the only scene in this film that I had like a problem, like a hard problem with.
I had to resist fast forwarding through it.
I had a difficult time with the conversations, the guilt trip conversations about him leaving Hope behind to go to Germany, and like how she could have like helped him if he would have asked for her help and all that shit. Those I don't know.
I will say
I
because
didn't
they
like
did
those
it more,
conversations.
because they had more than one conversation like that.
Yeah.
I agree that like that was a little ham-fisted. But if they had just had one succinct conversation about it, it'd be a different
Exactly.
story.
One
Because you
and
have to
done.
address it.
Yes. But yeah, they did it like 3 or 4 times. And I was like, oh my God, shut up already. Like, I fucking get it. Like, you guys aren't together anymore. But I don't know, whatever. That's
Right.
my biggest gripe about the.
Yeah, I know. It's like
I
they're
can-
trying
yeah,
to
I
still
can
say
agree
that
with
they're
Jason.
a couple without actually being a couple because they weren't really a couple, but they were doing
No,
couple
yeah.
things.
Yeah. They just
So-
started. They just had
Yeah.
a fresh start, and he ran away and did
Yeah.
that. And,
You
you
know,
know,
'cause,
blah,
you
blah,
know,
blah.
I taught you to fight. We were doing this. We were all doing other stuff
Yeah,
together.
they really,
Yeah.
it was just,
It's like, oh, okay, we get it. Hey, can
They
you stop
like-
daydreaming
You two-
about my daughter
you two
and
were
go get my
fucking.
stuff?
yeah.
Right.
And I agree, like that. But that's once again, that's one thing about this film that they did is they didn't fucking force it down your throat and it missed like
Right.
they did on the first one. This
Right.
was like very just nonchalant. Here it is. Let's do this.
It's true.
and
They did
then-
it 3 or 4 times, but it was very
move
scratching
on.
the surface type of deal.
Yeah, and it was like smoothly inserted. It wasn't like
yeah.
It felt
at
natural.
least within. Yeah, it was natural.
true.
It wasn't ham-fisted in so much as like they kept shut. Like they just pushed it in. Like it was
Right.
ham-fisted because they did
That's-
it 3 or 4 times. But
Right. But yeah, like that scene with you guys were talking about earlier. That one they just forced it in.
Yeah,
Shit.
that was
felt forced.
I don't know.
that was the product of too many writers having input on one scene.
Right.
What did you guys think about our big baddie?
Which one?
One.
Well, we only had one big baddie, but
The
we
one
have
that continued
a
to be
couple big, bad guys.
the one that got arrested.
No,
Well, there's. Are you talking about Ghost?
Ghost. She's our
Yeah.
big
Okay.
baddie. She's the villain of this story.
Walton Goggins
Yeah.
is a secondary villain
She's
that
a
comes
He's
into
just
fucking
like
play.
a
pawn.
he's
Yeah.
like a henchman. Well, I mean, he's not, but like,
He's a mob boss.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
he's the atypical mob boss that like is always in a caper.
Yeah, he's trying to
Like,
make $1
he's a-
billion
he's a-
off the fucking quantum physics.
The quantum, the pimp
quantum
knowledge,
energy.
quantum tech. Yeah.
Yeah.
quantum
But like I say,
energy.
he's a secondary villain. Like he's that trope in every caper. There's always a secondary
Mm-hmm.
villain.
And if it wasn't for the actor, I would
Right,
not
I
have liked
would've-
this guy.
Yep. I was
I would
gonna
have.
say.
Why is he?
He
in here?
does
This
it
is
very well.
stupid. But
I
love
love that
the
actor. I've never seen him do wrong ever.
Nope.
As far as Ghost, I actually found her character to be rather sympathetic.
Mm-hmm.
Until she goes off the rails and like is ready to start killing people.
Mm-hmm.
But like she's actually a sympathetic character, and I thought that was well done.
But even that choice is like, she's at like her last whatever, so that's the only
Yeah,
choice
she's
she
dying,
has left.
so
to, yeah. But yeah, the Marvel likes to humanize their motherfucking villains.
Well,
do.
and that's what makes it compelling. Like if you humanize your villain, it becomes harder to root for the hero to beat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you have a moral quandary because you want to be kind of believe in the villain to some degree.
If you can understand their reasonings for what they're doing, it makes it harder for you to go, hey, they should really, kill that guy or
I don't
he's
know.
a bad
It'd just
guy.
be nice to see a
just like
fucking
lawyers-
big bad be big and
It's
bad.
just like lawyers do in like
once.
courtrooms with like murders and stuff like that. Like they try to humanize them to get the death penalty off the table.
They still gotta defend them.
yeah.
so.
Okay. Well said. Yeah.
It's
And
it's that same thought process.
But we also, as humans, we naturally, and our human nature is to find an explanation for why people do these things that we don't agree with. So that's why we love our bad guys that are very
That's why we
humanized.
like our serial killer documentaries on
That's
Netflix.
true.
Yeah.
Because we want to understand why this human being do these horrific,
Right.
unhuman-like things.
We all have these
Yeah.
thoughts, but we don't act them out.
Right.
Or,
Except
you
for
know.
those people.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I mean, comic book villains, you want to be able to
And-
look at them and be like, I get you
Yeah.
to some degree. Like, I understand you enough to know this is why you're doing it.
And I think that one of the best ones that we've seen in the Marvel world is probably Kingpin, Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin in the Daredevil
Yep.
series. I think that's one of the ones that you get the most connection to, as he's human, but he's also this badass motherfucker
Yeah.
that you don't want to mess
For
with.
sure.
Because
In the
there's-
Daredevil?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
and it's a phenomenal series, but like oh my god, just
Yeah.
a brilliant
Side note,
acting.
I think I saw something about there being another Daredevil being made by Disney.
Yes.
Echo, the movie Echo, or something.
Well,
like
and
that.
Disney's gonna do another Daredevil series.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
Daredevil series, and then Echo, I think, is probably
Yeah.
another character that.
Yeah,
Disney Daredevil.
Matthew Murdock and Kingpin are coming back in that movie, and then
Hell
Matthew
yeah.
Murdock might be looking for Jessica Jones, is the rumor. Yeah. But her in Disney Plus, let's see how how bad she can, how much of a piece of shit she can be in Disney's world.
Well,
So
they even
Ghost-
changed. Yeah,
Sorry,
never mind.
let's get back on track.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ghost. So Jason, you said it was the same actress who played in
The Tomb
it's
Raider.
in Tomb
the
Raider.
newest Tomb Raider.
The latest, yeah.
Yeah.
I really like that movie. I
too.
did not like this actress in this movie. I just don't think she was that great. I thought that it was like I've seen her in some other things, and I thought she was so much better, like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
I just
I've
something
never
about it.
seen her in anything before. I haven't seen the Tomb Raider movie, but yeah, I agree with Tim. Like, I didn't care for her acting. I thought it was choppy at best, I guess would be the right way to say it.
The makeup artist just made her look disheveled and, on her deathbed. And that's,
I mean, which she was, but I mean,
But
that helped.
we didn't
but
care.
I understand what you're
yeah,
saying. Yeah.
there was no. Oh,
didn't
there were no
empathize
stakes to
or-
her. Yeah, you couldn't empathize. There was no like stakes to her dying.
Yeah.
Really.
even when she said that she was in pain, and that's one of the things that bothered her. Didn't really give a fuck. Didn't even see that she was in pain as much as her just lingering around and stumbling. That could just be because of the phasing issues, and you get the sense that hey, she's not in control of it, because like as soon as she steps out of her suit and all that shit, and she goes in that chamber, like we get the sense that it's exhausting her and she can't control it and she's weak. Got that
Right.
Totally worked. There's nothing
every
about
time-
that showed me that she was in death. The gravity
Lord-
of the pain that she has to endure.
Lawrence Fishburne's character is really what was supposed to give you
Yeah.
the stakes and the empathy for her character. But like because he's so misused, it
It didn't
didn't
work.
land.
Yeah. Yep, I can agree with that. I think
because
that's-
yeah, she does a terrible job of like making it seem like it's that big a deal. But
Well,
like Lawrence Fishburne is supposed to like
His character is supposed to be the savior that kind of failed to save her life, and yeah.
But she's also nothing but like selfish. Like that's what makes her the villain. It's her acts and what she's doing for herself.
That's where they disconnect when she chooses to be like, Ant-Man has a daughter, right? I'm gonna go fucking grab that kid.
Yeah, that
and
part.
get what I want. It was
Or when
it was quite the leap, but she's selfish.
But it's hard to care about the bad guy dying
Because
when
it was
they're just being
quite the leap.
selfish and doing all these things. Like she's killed, she's murdered.
But
all
yeah,
that
every
stuff.
time she was
How could we
sick or
care?
phasing or like dying, she would just make me dizzy. Like she'd be twitching. All I could think was, stop it. It's hard to watch.
And I get that she's supposed to be, hardened from like her life and whatnot, but like everything she explained was so detached.
Mm-hmm. Some half-ass Black Widow
There
shit.
there was no emotional like feeling behind any of it. Even like when
connection.
she's saying I'm dying, like there's just nothing there.
There's nothing that connects you to that character to give any fucks. Even her bad, like even like her
You're
trying
dying,
to
good riddance.
like even her, I don't know, like her goal of like trying to steal the shit and stuff like that. It was just a nuisance.
It was
Because
just
we
all
didn't
for
give a
her.
fuck. Like I just
And I
think
mean,
that this
even-
character was done very poorly, And I hate to say it, but I did not like the actress playing it.
Yeah,
I like her in that Tomb Raider, and I've seen her in something else, and she was fine. So I'm not discrediting her as an actress.
It's the writing and the
just
choices.
this part, yeah.
and the way her and Lawrence Fishburne's characters end in the movie.
Okay, that's my next question.
Yeah,
What what exactly happened there?
They just go off to have more adventures.
Yeah. Okay. So
like,
Everything was forgiven.
because she was
Yeah.
about to make a sacrificial death, but then didn't, right? 'Cause
She
was
was trying to get Lawrence Fishburne out of the way, but he was like, "I'm not leaving you." So like,
Yeah.
they go off together to
But she
share
was
in
like-
adventures. It's like,
she was
what the
like,
fuck.
I need to save you because I'm the one that kills people or some shit. But then that didn't come. They didn't follow
she
through
was-
with it.
She was
Okay.
gonna sacrifice herself to save, I think, to save Ant-Man. To be completely honest,
Yeah,
like,
I
to
think
draw
it
the
was-
cops away from
okay.
Ant-Man. Like after he
Yeah.
goes giant.
I was killing a
And-
dragon with a bow and arrow on my video game. I
You checked out.
I skipped that part for a second, and I didn't feel the need to rewind, so I figured I would ask you guys.
I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
I did have a hard time. My son had my phone, so I couldn't. But there was a moment where I looked over, going, "I kind of want that right now."
Yeah,
And it was right around
I
that
had-
time too, where
it
was
happened
towards
to
the
me
end.
too. Yeah, I checked
All right.
that ending. I was like, "What the fuck is
So
happening?"
we can.
So she's still alive and she's out and about,
Yep.
like
I guess.
completely
Yeah.
healed by quantum radiation.
Yeah, because Michelle Pfeiffer stuck her fingers on her head and they glowed.
Yeah.
Those
And that was
temples,
it.
soft spot.
E.T.
It wasn't even temples. Like she just like put
Just
her
her head.
whole fingers around the head.
and did a whole ET thing.
Yeah,
Cabbage.
it was like, yeah, quite literally. Like,
Ouch.
ouch.
Ah, shit.
I don't
That
even
whole
remember
thing,
what
it
the
was like-
mom's name was, but
Janet Van Dyne.
Jana.
Yeah.
Jana, come home.
She approached her in that scene like fucking Chris Pratt in the Jurassic World movies. She's
To the
like
raptors?
trying to
Yeah.
calm her. Yeah, like he's trying to calm the raptors. He's got the hand out. He's like, "It's okay, it's okay."
Oh,
My hand is
yeah.
out. And then like
It's
she
okay.
puts her hands up, and she just stood there the whole time. She's like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
That's
It was
that
just-
mother energy.
It's a poor character. I would have rather
She was
taken the
hypnotized.
bad guy,
Yeah.
Sonny, as
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
big baddie. Like I think
Oh,
he
I
should have
wish-
been a big baddie.
Yeah, I wish she
Oh,
had
yes.
more of a
Well, he ends up being the-
motivation than money. Yeah.
he ends up being basically the big baddie in the end anyway, because like Ghost is cinched up
Yeah, she
like
switches.
with like 40 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah.
And then you get the car chase
Yeah.
and all that shit with Sonny. So like he ends up being the big baddie somehow.
He's the big
It's
baddie
a weird fucking
to the little hooligans or whatever.
Yeah, what do you call them, Aaron?
the cronies.
The cronies.
Yeah.
To Ant-Man's cronies. So yeah, so
Yeah.
Stephen Lang's
It's T-
cronies. Or Scott
T.I.
Lang.
and
Scott Lang.
yeah.
Stephen Lang. That's an
Stephen
actor.
Lang
That's
was-
great.
Yes.
Scott Lang. I'm not going to give him that much credit. Scott Lang's little cronies. It's technically like their own little thing that they get, and that's with Sonny. So it's like their big baddie.
Yeah.
By the way, let's talk about the cronies. What did you think about the cronies? T.I. and
And that other guy who's always playing a Russian. I don't think he's Russian, but he plays
No,
a
but
Russian
he played
a lot of the
Polka
time.
Dot
Polka
Man.
Dot Man.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's Polka Dot. He's actually in Batman. He's in
I
the
love
Dark
him.
Knight too. He's
Yeah, I
the
love him
crazy
in
guy.
I've never seen him and been disappointed. I like
No.
him a lot.
He's a great actor. He's not a
He's
not a
funny
leading
as
guy,
fuck.
but he's a
No.
good bit actor.
That was gonna be my question. What is the funniest like joke or scene that you got? What's your favorite
I feel like it's the recurring thing with
true serum?
the Carlos, who like every time he has to tell a story, he's got like 12
Yeah.
degrees of separation
Yeah.
that he's got to go through to get to
Yeah.
the story. I think
what's
that running
T.I.'s
gag from both movies is hilarious.
And
Yeah.
I like
Just got
that
you-
he's like, oh, you put the dime in them, you got to listen to
Yep.
the whole
That's
song.
what- Yep.
You gotta let him finish.
Yep, he's like a jukebox.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, my
Yeah.
my aunt had a jukebox in a restaurant. Yeah.
That
I
guy
think
is
that's
fucking
his-
hilarious. He
That's
makes
your
the movie
best joke
Chips
in this
good.
whole
It's
fucking movie.
Penne.
Uh,
Something Pena. Michael
Pena.
Pena.
Michael Pena, yeah.
Yep.
I like the guy. I think he's a great actor.
He's a great actor.
He's funny,
I
but he's
remember
also he can be serious too, like really
Yes.
good.
I watched him in Shooter a couple months back. I watched the movie Shooter with Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
And he's the FBI agent in that movie. I was like, holy shit, he actually can do like serious work.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
he's good.
Yeah, he's really good in that
good.
one too.
But yeah, I think that's probably mine was that exactly that whole truth.
Yeah, it's that running gag.
It's that truth serum, I think, is the.
Yeah, well, because he does it in the
gag.
first one too.
Yep.
He does. Yep.
So
Yeah.
it's his bit.
And it's
Yeah.
crazy how
And
it's
it
the
works.
same fucking thing, but I just want more of it because he does so fucking good.
Even
Right?
when they go back into like the actual flashback of him telling the story with the people and he's just mouth whipping to it, I like it. It all works. It all connects, and I like it.
When he's
It
all
lands.
like, Ant-Man just got out of a relationship and I'm all heartbroken, but I really want to kiss you right now, Hope. It's like, it had me cracking up.
Yep.
The way he summarizes shit is just fucking great.
Did you guys ever watch Drunk History?
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of.
Not every episode, but yeah.
Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, I love the cronies.
Yeah, the cronies. It's nice to see that T.I. is still getting like acting work. Like I've never thought the stuff I've seen T.I. in. Like I've never thought he was bad. I was never a big like fan of his music, but like I remember him in Takers.
Takers, yep. Paul Walker and
Yeah,
Hayden
and
Christensen,
seen it.
and it's not bad.
It's a heist movie.
Yeah, it's not
Okay.
bad though. It's decent. It's worth watching
Okay.
a couple times.
And he's
But,
done a couple
yeah.
other things, like some like straight to DVD shit. But like he's not bad.
My issue
He can definitely
is,
work it.
because Taker, I think of Takers too, as when I think of T.I. is this and Takers. My issue with Takers though is he's being super like masterful, like a mastermind kind of guy,
Yeah.
like a super intelligent. I've got everything on you, and it's not his. It doesn't suit his profile.
He's actually really good at comedic work.
Yes,
Yeah.
and this is where this is his lane. It works.
Yeah, he
Like,
has
he's
another
funny.
comedic movie on Netflix or something like that, where like he owns a fried chicken restaurant, and
Oh yeah, I didn't watch it, but the trailer was good.
yeah,
yeah.
the trailer was interesting. I haven't watched it, but yeah, he can do comedic timing.
Yeah,
which is,
he's a funny fucker.
I think is more impressive than being able to do dramatic work from a rapper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because comedic
yeah.
timing takes a lot. I feel like takes a lot more work than channeling. Like
Some people
Chandler
have it
is so
naturally.
dramatic.
Others have to
Yeah.
work really hard, and sometimes it
Right.
works because they're trying so hard, and you can see it makes it even funnier.
I feel like we've had this conversation.
Maybe.
And then second place, the FBI agent and the magic tricks.
Oh, Randall Park.
I love
Randall
that
Park
guy.
is great.
How'd you do this?
I love
do
that
what?
guy.
The card trick. Really?
Are you serious?
What is he? What kind of camp is he going to? Like, doesn't he have like a camp he's going
It's
to
an
go to?
online. It's the online magic.
No, Randall Park's talking
he's a
about like
youth
going
pastor.
to like a. Yes,
Oh,
that was
yeah,
it. He's
yeah,
a youth
yeah.
pastor. I couldn't remember what it was. Was this our first introduction to Randall Park's character?
I-
Because he comes back in WandaVision, I believe.
He does.
Yes, he does, and he does the magic trick there. But
He does.
he does. But I think he might have a quick little scene in the first one. Or,
I feel like
Okay.
you're right.
and
yeah,
like
I
some
couldn't remember if he was in
interrogation.
the first one or not.
I feel
Some
like
interrogation
Okay. Yeah,
room.
yeah.
I feel.
it's either that or we see him in one of the other movies because
Yeah,
I feel like this isn't
it's a
his
small
first
blip.
introduction, but this is his first like point where you actually see like him
you get
talking
to know him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like a lot and stuff. Yeah,
Because
But,
like,
yeah.
I mean, this is right around I think Fresh Off the Boat, which is the show he was doing. Like,
Which is
he's
a
kind
good
of blowing
show.
up, which is
Yeah.
kind of why he's gotten a bit of a run in this universe. And he's hilarious. His star has rocketed lately, and he's
Yeah.
very funny in most of
He
the stuff I
deserves
see him
it.
in.
Yeah, I love him
Yeah.
and everything.
I saw him.
And
I
he
saw
can
a
rap his
TikTok where
ass
he,
off.
I was like, I saw a freestyle he did on like a TikTok. I was like, whoa,
Really?
He loves hip hop. He's got all the information. He fucking and yeah, he raps on this new album that came out. I can't remember the
I want
But
to.
yeah, he's very talented in the
I want
hip-hop.
to see this.
yeah.
Well, and even like that movie he did like for Netflix with that had Keanu Reeves and shit. And it, like
maybe-
isn't he, like, Always Be
Always-
My Maybe or something like
I
that.
love that movie.
He's a
and
he's a DJ
rapper.
in there, right?
He's a
Or
rapper.
He's a rapper. Okay.
Yeah. He's like my status of a rapper, just playing gigs for like 20 people and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. But But,
No,
yeah.
Randall Park's dope. I liked him. I
I-
like him a lot in this.
I think
and
his
like
name
the
was
constantly,
Oh, sorry.
Wong.
Wong?
thought
No.
that-
That's,
Woo.
now I'm just
I was like,
racist.
Wong's from Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's Wu, but anyways.
Officer Wu.
yeah,
Yeah.
still racist,
Hootie hoo woo.
Talk to him. He's the one that's Asian.
right? But no, I thought him constantly being foiled, like through like, like with the ant,
Yeah.
like wearing Scott's bracelet, and then like
Yeah.
him making it back in time. I thought those parts were great.
Yeah, the fact that he's had to break into his house. Every time he's stopped by, he's broken into his house. He's kicked down the door at least 3 times, and he's not doing anything.
And then the new husband, and then
the ex-wife. You can't just break into this. Actually, they can.
Yeah, you can.
I love Judy Greer in this, by the way.
That guy,
Judy Greer and Bobby Cannavale, who plays the husband. Yeah, he's great.
But I love Judy Greer in general. But I love her in this, and her like, hey, you can't just walk up in this. Actually, they can. You need a warrant. No, they don't.
No, they don't. And I also love how the new husband loves Scott Lang so much.
Because he's just turned
hugs
around,
him.
Like he's 180 on him.
Exactly.
Let me get in this.
Exactly. Just hugs him. But you can feel the love. And then when he does a magic trick with the puke cars, he goes, How'd you do that?
Bobby Cannavale is another. This movie has great actors in it.
Yeah,
it really does.
Like I say, Walton Goggins, Bobby Cannavale. I mean, Randall Park, like all these side characters were all great. The only one they misused was Lawrence Fishburne.
And he's a great actor.
I will die on that hill.
Yeah,
he's a great actor.
I agree.
Like I said, the only one they misuse is him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know if I can add something I was going to mention.
Did you guys enjoy the bit about the suit not working entirely right? Especially when they go to the school to get the old one.
There's a new suit built, and
when Scott has to run around like at 3 feet tall, like he's a halfling.
Yeah, I did like that, especially when you got the teacher. And I've seen that guy.
He's like, hey,
where's your hall pass?
And he just keeps running around. He's like,
hey,
whatever.
That voice was familiar, but I didn't see his face.
No, I can't see him right now, but like I knew him too.
Yeah, I think he's in a bunch of commercials, and he's in everything. He's everywhere.
He was the same kind of teacher as Hannibal Buress in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
We're starting to realize
same level of like apathy.
No wonder you get these young superheroes, because the fucking teachers don't do shit in these school systems in the Marvel universe. They don't do shit. They just whatever. What the fuck? They'll just be a superhero and die somewhere.
Yeah.
Blip off the screen. No, I agree. I think that I didn't like the dysfunctional button, I guess, or whatever.
It was kind of a tired joke. But
but the way that they executed it, especially in the school, that was probably the only time it really landed for me.
And I like the ending of that joke was he gets to the van, and then Michael Douglas, you need a juice box or whatever.
And he just cool.
Like, do we have those?
Do we have those things?
That was good. Like,
that was good.
Like a granola bar and a juice box.
Somebody's
all buckled in.
Yeah.
You need a jukebox and some string cheese.
String cheese and a juice box. He's like, do we have those?
Yeah.
The school scene was pretty good.
The
I
sweater
enjoyed it.
thing though was great. He's just running
because
he's like
sleeves.
That was
because it's so big. Yeah,
right. Yeah.
It totally worked. I liked it.
Remind me of like your girlfriend wearing your hoodie afterwards. But Lyrics Born was the album that Woo rapped on.
Oh, word! I didn't know he put out a new album.
Yeah, it's really fucking good, actually.
I want to listen to this.
Yeah.
I'll find the freestyle on TikTok and I'll send it to you.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
So
that guy can flow.
Overall, we kind of agreed that what was the big point of this story? I mean, we mentioned what the focus of the film was about.
Save Michelle Pfeiffer.
A happy ending.
A happy ending, yeah. Save Michelle.
I mean, you get the mother back, you get off house arrest, you get relationships back. Hope and Scott, and then Michael and whatever, Michael Douglas and whoever. Ghost and Bill fucking redeem their villain tendencies.
They're off to save
Wizard
people to atone for their sins.
Yeah,
right.
And then the security business.
Skyrockets.
It skyrockets because of the fucking the arrest.
They saved the day.
They saved the day, and it's like one of the most ultimate happy endings to a movie ever. Like every conflict, just walked off into the sunset.
Honestly speaking, like if you didn't watch the end credit scenes, they cinched up Ant-Man. In that movie, they cinched it else, and then they just made the end credit scene to go. Okay, now we got to bring him back.
Yeah,
right.
This is why he's important now. Later on.
Yeah,
that was it. Yeah, I agree with
you.
They could have cut this off and not made another one, and it would have been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This tells
yeah.
Ant-Man's story, and he's done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need any more. He
Yeah.
lived happily ever after.
Right. You just needed that rat.
Yep.
We'll
We'll talk about that soon. Very soon.
Right. But yeah, this is I don't know. This is the 20th Marvel film or MCU film.
Damn.
It's the 20th. So yeah,
We've done 20 of these already?
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. That's a lot.
Not including one shots, I'm assuming.
I mean, we are over halfway through the year, so
We're nearing the end of phase 3.
damn. Yeah, we got 2
Yeah.
films left.
Yeah.
And then we start
Yeah.
phase 4. Fuck. And it's funny because August of last year was when I think WandaVision started, right?
That sounds about right.
So we're pretty fucking close to hitting a year
Holy shit.
and catching
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, damn. It went by quicker than I thought.
What the hell are we gonna do?
Oh, we've got a list.
We're going to freestyle.
We got a list for all of you film fanatics out there. Now we just got to find time to watch all that. Talk
Right.
about it.
No shit.
That's the tough part right now is watching all these films and then
Yeah.
finding time to talk about it right after without losing it. So, but yeah, the story was you do get, I guess you get two main focuses, 3, like you said, Jason. But the primary focus was introducing the quantum realm and to bring back
Yeah.
the mother.
Yeah.
That was like the main purpose of everything.
It was like an excuse to explain the realm
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get us to understand how it's important later on.
But
Literally, this movie is a vehicle for one concept that's important. Everything else
Yeah.
is just
Yeah.
filler.
Th-
Yep.
This is
Yeah.
this
It's all
is
cream
they're-
filling.
They're set up to abuse time travel explanations
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah, right. And we get one little sentence that says, "Oh, and be careful if you get into a time warp.
Yeah.
You'll never get out. And we can't save you."
yeah.
Right.
When
And
he-
that was it. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Like that's
I'll make
really
sure to
the only
be aware of
explanation
that.
that we get that really values anything to why they use the quantum realm.
More importantly, Michael Douglas, Scott, you didn't tell me how beautiful this place is. Well, come on.
She's about to be eaten by those
Right? It's like, why was that a line?
Water? They're like
She even
they're
said
water
it.
bears. I can't remember what the fucking name.
starts with a T because she said it. Oh, be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll eat you. Apparently, those things live in space.
They can live anywhere.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Like they're a real thing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh.
Like they're real. They're real life.
Tardigrade. That's a tardigrade.
Yeah.
That's what they're called.
And they're
Oh.
like indestructible. Like they can live
Yeah,
through
they can-
nuclear winters. They could live through anything, space, the vacuum of space. It's crazy. And they're microscopic creatures. Just Google on the internet, people, microscopic world, and your mind will be blown. If you think this movie was trippy, wait until you see what's really out there.
Yeah.
It's fucking
Trippy. It made me
Trippy.
dizzy.
that's just you.
That's your glasses.
You probably sat
Now
up.
He was watching it without his glasses on, so everything was blurry.
It's very true. I'm always on the verge of a head rush.
Just stand up.
Whoa. I turned my head too fast. Fucking woo.
Whiplash.
Nauseous.
Um
Are we
I
gonna
don't-
rate this movie? Do
Yeah,
we
I
rate-
say I don't really have anything else to say
Yeah.
about this
Yeah,
movie.
I'm
It-
about
But-
cashed out.
I feel like it
the
was
post credit
decent.
scene is they do a quantum realm experiment. I
Yep.
don't know if we said this
He's,
all right.
he's collecting quantum
Yeah.
particles or something like that.
quantum
But they-
energy.
Yeah, is that what it is? I thought
quantum
they were
energy,
particles
yep.
or some shit.
They
So
develop get a device so they can go into the quantum realm. He sucks up some energy, and then he's supposed to come back out to give to the ghost lady, and it's supposed to be enough to help her. I don't know. So that's what she did. She just transferred some of her quantum energy into her. That's really all it was.
Oh.
So she, like I said, she rubbed her radiation
honestly-
poisoning onto
I
her.
honestly don't even remember Ghost being mentioned in that post-credit scene.
No.
so,
Oh
They-
yeah, well yeah.
they
The post
do
credits
say like,
it's for Ghost, so she can.
yeah,
Is that what it is? Okay.
thanks
yeah, I
to
didn't-
Ghost we can do this or something like that.
It's for her.
Oh, word.
It's for her, so
Yeah,
she
it's
doesn't phase.
for her.
and Whatever.
Oh, okay.
So,
But yeah, he's stuck in there because Thanos snaps, and the two people on the roof, or the old time love, the old
All three of them.
birds.
Yeah.
Was there 3?
Yes.
All 3 of them.
Oh yeah,
vanish.
duh.
Hope,
Hope's there
That's
as
why
well.
he's stuck in the quantum
Yeah.
because no
Hank.
one's there to unrig the
Yep.
machine.
Jane.
Yeah, that's what's up.
They were all up there, and then they just went,
Boom. And which I thought it was pretty.
and then
powerful.
we're
Cut to-
right up on mark with what happened in Infinity Wars. Like it's
Yeah.
like you were saying in the beginning.
Now
of the
we're all
film.
caught up because this is 2 years after Civil War.
Yeah.
So it's what'd you say, concurrent or whatever, Aaron?
Yeah, it's concurrent with
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Right.
I have one last thing that I thought was pretty humorous, is when Scott and Bill were comparing sizes. So who do we find out
yeah.
that Bill is?
Yeah, that was
He's a
one of the
huge-
best.
He was the original giant man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Goliath.
Oh, Goliath.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
Goliath, yeah.
Giant
I
man,
give
Goliath.
a fuck about these goddamn character names.
But he's a huge character in the Marvel world. So like he was Goliath, and yeah. So I did like that they brought that in there, but I like
Yeah.
that they were measuring.
I
Oh,
did
how
like
big did you
that.
get?
That was one of the
21
better
feet.
dick.
Oh yeah. What about
yeah,
you?
because
How
like
big did
Hope
you
Van
get?
Dyne,
65.
Hope makes like some sort of comment about
Yeah.
a dick
Are
Are
measuring
you guys?
contest.
Yeah. Are
Yeah.
you guys done comparing sizes?
This is one
That's
of the
what it is,
better
yeah.
dick measuring jokes I've heard in
Yeah.
a while. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know. Yeah, the joke was leading into that the way that she.
It was
ended
so necessary.
It's an innuendo sort
yeah,
of thing.
but
and
they
it was-
were also like giddy about each other. It's like, oh yeah, you got a
Yeah.
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne actually smiles at
Yep.
Scott Lang.
He's like,
That's the
oh
only person
man,
who
I bet
smiles
it
at.
exhausted you. Oh yeah, I slept
Yeah.
for 3 days.
Right.
Yeah, I did like that. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah,
Not my favorite joke,
It was
but
a
I just
very necessary, dialogue.
Like I say, that whole scene, like in the office, was the best part of Lawrence Fishburne's
It
character.
was, yeah, it really was.
After that, the fucking character just stopped.
And that's
mattering
why
to me.
Aaron, I agree. He could have been just the guy that had the information to help.
Yeah, you
Instead
could
of
figure
like
some shit out.
instead of it being this villain for a minute, because everything turned after that. And it was no good.
Well, a lot like Bill Foster, I'm starting to see some more than unusual overglazed eyes in this audience. So I say that we do our rating.
Is Tim calling me drunk? What just happened? A rating.
1 to 5. How many Hot Wheel cars would you give this?
Nice.
I think that would be awesome. I
Given
would
the fact
love
I
that.
hate Hot Wheels.
That would be fucking dope, though. Carry around all those Hot Wheel
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah,
and
that would be
blow 'em
kinda
up.
cool.
That would be fucking dope.
Obviously, just like the first movie, the way they go big and small in the cars and like
It's
how they
entertaining.
fight, very smooth, very powerful.
And when Michael
get behind
Pena
it.
gets the
Yeah.
car and he's
Yeah.
driving away, and
I
he's
was
able
so
to,
happy
he's
for
like,
him.
Whoa!
Because after he gave that speech, he was like, "Why can't I want a suit?
Yeah.
I'll take a suit with no powers." and then he gets the car. And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you got your suit."
Because he's so
That part
happy
was
about
good
it when
too.
he's saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just smiling.
Yep. Yeah, and the credit scene when he's like, I don't know, it makes me smile.
Yeah,
3.
Give it a,
Give it a
I was gonna
3.
be generous and give it a 3.5. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just yeah, it's this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got
Very
nothing better to say
mediocre.
about it.
I have to say, yeah, I don't know, 3.5 is kind of where I've been leaning on. Like, I liked it much more than the first one.
Yeah.
Barely
Yeah.
more for me.
This
The
movie
first
didn't
one was-
exist, it wouldn't have bothered me.
The
So,
first one was meh.
Right.
This one was meh.
yeah.
Yeah, they could have just made a one shot with the fucking post credit scene. And that's
could've,
all they needed.
I could've. I agree with your assessment there, Aram. Except for this one has more of a shoulder shrug.
Yeah. You gotta raise the pitch and give a shoulder shrug.
Yep.
So you get a little more out of me. So that's the 0.5.
That's the 0.5. I agree. At least there's no Amy Schumer.
The shoulder twitch.
All right, well, that has been Ant-Man and Wasp.
Yeah.
Next is
They're-
Captain Marvel.
Next is
Captain
Captain Marvel.
Marvel.
Yep. And I do
Marvel.
believe they are working on a third Ant-Man movie.
Yes.
That should be coming up
Yes.
next year, I think. So
That was,
Why?
yeah.
What do we need to talk
it's
about?
it's
now?
it's quantum realm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Quantum Mania or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Something like
so
that.
I'm
Yep.
curious. I'm actually very curious now. to see what they're gonna go with this.
You can't have a multiverse and no quantum realm. Come on.
That's very true. you are
I'll
right.
give you that, but I don't have to like that they're doing it.
Or like that you said this.
I'm with you.
You had to point it out. Well, this has been Timothy Bennett.
It's Aaron Banyan.
Jason Chandler.
And thank you for listening.
Peace.
Bye.
See you later.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Hurt feelings make me laugh.
Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, please make sure to check us out. Jason, where can we be heard?
I don't know, Tim. Where can we be
Well,
heard?
let me tell you where we can be heard. You can find us on all the other platforms that you find podcasts, like iTunes and Amazon Music.
All them places you find all your favorite and popular podcasts.
Yeah, Spotify.
That's where I listen to podcasts, and nowadays you can rate your podcast on there. Go ahead and give us 5 stars on Spotify or any other platform you listen to your favorite podcast on.
And Spotify.
If you want to watch us, you can find us on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Give it a share. You got to comment. All the algorithm stuff. It helps.
And if you want to comment on how bad and terrible we are doing or how ugly we look, just send us an email at bnbbanterbros@gmail.com.
And that's A-N-D, you said, between the B's?
A-N-D in between the B. You can also check us out on the multiple social platforms that consume everybody's life, like the YouTube, the Twitch, the Twitter, the TikTokity, and the Instagrammy, including Facebook. So please, come check us out. We'll catch you next time.
Yeah.